Let's begin with a drum set. Listen for an explosive live sound. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring.
I admire you when my living has a limit of desire to keep it going. I'm just knowing that my time with you makes a difference. How I'm feeling when I vibe with you. They can't divide us two. We got a bond like 007, right? Even on Devil's Night, you show me what the heavens like. Go ahead and spread your light, though I can barely see. I know you're there with me, my personal therapy. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be your sanctuary, yeah. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be your sanctuary. You inspire me, look at you crazy when you tell me you admire me. Not an example for anybody to try to be. We'll call you bluff, but I know you wouldn't lie to me. Just a surprise to me, we got a bond tight, no one can come between. I have respect for you, you have your love for me, and that's enough for me. All I need to get by, let me be the method to your Mary J. Blige. So many times I felt defeated, you always know the right thing to say for when I need it. I wanna do the same thing for you to keep it even. You can call me anytime, you don't ever need a reason. I'm right here with you, never could forget you. All the things that we've been through, everything we went through, hey, none of it was simple, but I'm right here with you. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be your sanctuary, yeah. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be your sanctuary.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8:03 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Give it up. Real studio members in here. We have a great show for you guys today. And not only that, we have the return of some great guests. We have Sam, Molly, and Josh of the Hangovers band. Yeah, how y'all doing? Yes. So we talked a year ago. A lot has happened in a year.
Yes,
Wow, that has been that long.
Yeah, and actually, so I was looking at the last video we shot, and it was really cool. You guys shared a lot with us and told us a lot. Some of the listeners who may have seen you guys on that first show are still here and listening to us. And they'll get to see you guys again and introduce you guys to some new people. But let's go around, just introduce yourselves again one more time and let us know where you're from.
I'm Sammy. I'm originally from Yorkville, around the Aurora area. Now we're in Decatur.
Okay, all right.
I'm Molly. I'm from Morton, near Peoria, Illinois.
Okay.
And I'm Josh. I'm from Princeton, Illinois.
Princeton, Illinois. I didn't know we had a Princeton, Illinois. How
A lot of
about
people
that?
don't. Very small.
Where's that at?
If you know where Peoria's at, it's like an hour directly north of that.
Okay.
It's like, I think population is like 7,000, so it's kind
Alright.
of smaller. But
Shout out to Princeton, Illinois. Now, how long have you guys been performing together as the Hangovers?
Like
Since
Two-
late 2018.
Is
So
it?
close
2-3
to 4
years?
years.
yeah,
oh, maybe that. Yeah.
us three, and then
Yeah.
Zach, our other guitarist, who isn't here. We've all been in it for that long, and then our drummer. We've had
Like seven
Seven
drummers.
drummers.
yeah, we've had so
We've
many
had-
drummers. We have.
Yeah.
I think last time we were here, we had
We just had fill-ins.
yeah, we
time
had
we were
fill-ins.
We didn't have a
And-
solid one.
And then we had another drummer, and then we have the one we have now.
Yeah.
Hopefully he sticks around.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
His name's Kyle.
His name's Kyle. He's cool.
All right.
He's from like another hour south of us, and yeah, he couldn't make it through the snow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stick around, Kyle. That's his name, right?
Yes,
Stick
Kyle.
around, Kyle. Stick around. And then shout out to Zach.
Yes.
Shout out to
Zach is
Zach.
the lead singer, right?
Zach's
No,
not
that's
here.
me. Zach's
Oh,
the
my bad,
guitarist.
All right. So when last we spoke, we got to know the Hangovers. You guys played for us and things. Now you have a calendar of events coming up, which I'm gonna look up, and we'll shout out some shows. But what was your most recent show?
Ooh, where was it?
It was the Unchained show.
Or not
Or
Unchained,
Uncured,
Uncured.
I mean.
It was in
Bloomington.
Yeah.
Yeah. We opened for this band that was touring through.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Bloomington at the Stable Music Lounge.
Shout out to Uncured.
Uncured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
That was the name of the band.
Yeah, they're like
also Madam Mayhem and was that
Versus
the band?
Me.
Versus Me. Shout
Yeah,
out.
we opened for
Madam
them.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
I love it.
They were fun. They were great.
Yeah.
They were all really cool.
All
Learned a lot from
right.
them.
So how did you each get your start playing and in music? And where did that creativity come from initially? Let's start with Josh.
Okay. Oh man. I guess I started playing guitar like really young, maybe when I was like 10 or so. And my parents put me in guitar lessons, and I wasn't interested in it at the time. And I had like a really small like kids acoustic guitar, and I was in lessons. And I remember like struggling with it so hard that really wasn't into it. So I just gave up after 2 years or so. And then into high school, I think it was my sophomore year, I just decided to learn guitar again, but I got an electric instead of acoustic, and I just started learning again. And then after like 2 years of just playing guitar, I really didn't know, or when I was getting out of high school, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do as a job, but I knew I enjoyed music and like playing guitar. And then I remember I went to like my advising meeting in high school, and they recommended going to like music college at Millikan. I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could make that a career or anything. So that's what I thought, that sounded fun. So that's why I chose to pursue music as a career.
Okay. Oh, and that reminds me, there's also another aspect of your story, and it's Millikan University, right?
That's right.
Millikan, because you all went there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's the at least. And-
Shout out to
and
Millikan.
Zach.
And shout out to Hunter.
Yes.
Yes.
Hunter.
Shout out to the homie Hunter.
We miss you, man.
Yeah,
we
shout
do.
out to Hunter, man. Hunter, you're a great young man. Hunter, for those who just joined Good Morning Aurora not that long ago, was our very first engineer. And he was, Nick was our first engineer, and then Hunter. Hunter was with us from from like day 3.
Yeah.
And shout out to you, Hunter.
Hunter was a great engineer, still is.
He is. He is.
He engineered RUP.
Oh, he did.
yeah.
That's
our
right.
first,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And shout out to Gremlin Studios, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Molly, go ahead.
I started doing music since I was like 3. I would get up on the platform at the place my mom got her hair done, and I'd sing nursery rhymes to everyone. I always liked performing. I did a lot of theater growing up. I did a lot of music stuff, show choirs, a bunch of that. And I actually was like thinking I wanted to go more into like theater stuff. And then I started writing my own stuff and being in bands around high school. And I was like, no, this is more what I want to do. So then I decided to do that. And I also went to Milliken with them, and we met and started hanging out and writing music. Yeah.
How did you guys first meet? And then we're going to get Sammy, you're next, but I wanted to
Josh and I were in the same FEM group, it was called.
Yeah.
And it was like our freshman year, and it was this group that you just went around and did all the stuff with first week. They showed you around, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I met Josh. And then we just eventually met Zach, and Sammy's a year younger than us, so we met him the next year. But
all kindred spirits, just kind of meeting up. All right. Now your intro, my brother. Your intro to music. How'd you get into it?
I'm similar to Josh. I started playing bass around the time I was 10. My brother was older than me, older brother. He played bass, so I kind of was inspired by him. And my dad also very musical, playing guitar and stuff around the house. My mom loved to sing. We'd always sing and shit together when we got together at like family events and whatnot.
Okay, so you were the family who was singing.
Sort
singing
of.
family.
Sort of. We
Was
just
there a
like
TV show
have
about
fun.
that? Was that what show was that?
No, it wasn't like the Brady Bunch.
Okay, yeah.
We just like turn on the radio and like, yeah, the uncles and stuff would come over. They'd be drinking, we'd be having fun. But yeah, I started playing bass around the time I was 10. I wasn't drinking, obviously. I was 10.
Right. So when playing, now you said that you played for 2 years, you gave it up.
Yeah.
Or, it just wasn't interesting at that time. You guys continued with the music. At any point in time in the whole journey of the Hangovers, though, or your own individual journeys, did you ever think about, like, maybe not giving up, but doubt? Were there ever doubts about your own skills and your own talents? And if so, what about those?
Probably. Especially around the time of like trying to go to music school, of like asking myself, am I good enough to make this a career?
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like all musicians kind of feel like that too. They always like, I get compliments all the time about like how I'm a good guitarist, but then I see guitarists like, I don't know, John Mayer, Eddie Van Halen, and I'm comparing myself to them, and I'm like, there's no way I'm that good. But me to like the usual just person that just plays guitar for fun, I think I'm better than them. But at the same time, it's hard to be like, I don't know, take those compliments sometimes, because I feel like I could be better, especially when you go to Milliken, you're just surrounded by so many musical and talented people also.
Yeah, that's the best part about music school, is being surrounded by other passionate artists.
Right.
yeah.
And Milliken's in Decatur.
Yep.
Okay.
Decatur, Illinois.
So
Soy City.
What's it called?
It's nicknamed Soy City because there's a lot of soy factories there.
Soy City.
Yeah.
Yeah. It smells
It
really
smells
bad.
really
sometimes.
bad.
Smells really bad.
That might be a Jeopardy question for y'all one day. Like, you can win $80 million if you tell us what is Decatur known for.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I watched Good Morning Aurora. I'm smart. So, Milliken, Indicator, and around there is where you guys started the Hangovers band and playing and everything like that. Now, I know the story of the logo, I think, of the Hangovers, and it's like initial inception. I remember that story. But let us know how it started. How did we come up with the name The Hangovers and the band and everything? This is a good story, y'all. If y'all just tuning in right now.
So one of our drummers, we just talked about how we had like 7 drummers. Our second drummer, I think,
Yes.
he had a little bit too much to drink before we were about to play. He says that wasn't it, but we think that's it.
Also Zach.
Also Zach did, but that's a whatever.
Zach didn't have a problem.
And so we get up to play. He's playing the drums, and he's like, "I'm gonna throw up," and we're like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Yes, I am." So he
While
looks
playing the
over.
drums.
Yeah, while playing the drums, he looks over to someone. He goes, "Grab that bucket."
Yeah, he had a
They
bus
literally-
boys bucket.
They bring the bucket up. And I don't think he actually threw up, but he was like,
he leaned over.
he leaned
Stopped
over
a
it,
couple
was
times.
like gagging into this bucket while playing the drums.
While playing in the middle of the song.
Gnarly.
So we hadn't, like, this was like one of our first shows, and we hadn't decided on a name yet, really.
Yeah.
And so after that, we were like, oh, we're the Hangovers. Like, it has to be. That's what it has to
That's
be.
actually perfect and a
It
great.
was
That's
unanimous.
a perfect story.
Yeah.
Now, what were the ideas of the names before settling on the Hangovers?
We
Terrible.
were called Psychic Microwave.
Psychic Microwave.
Psychic Microwave. That's
It was terrible. Like,
Yeah.
What else?
there was like a couple others that we were thinking about.
I think
I don't remember any of them.
I think there's just a bunch of funny ones that we were like,
Yeah.
it'd be funny if we were
There's a
called
bunch of
this,
bad
and then we
ones.
didn't
And then we were
actually
like,
do it.
that'd actually be bad. Like,
Yeah.
why did we think of
Like-
that?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
until I found the
psychic
Hangovers.
microwaves does not
No.
roll off the you know, you can't, you're right, I can't see Jay-Z, like, psychic microwaves.
Opening for us.
Good morning to all of you great people. Bianca Camargo, Deb Sturgis, happy Friday, Curtis and Monica. Thank you, Deb. That was
What's up?
Deb. Hit the clap for Deb. You know what? Nobody ever asked us about us. That's right. I was telling this story the other day. Like, nobody ever asks me about me anymore. Anytime people see me, they're like, "Hey, good morning, bro. Hey, tell me about Linda Holmes, man." Like Josie Mendoza Geller and Norma Peterson and everything. They asked me about myself yesterday. That really felt nice. Good morning to all you guys just tuning in. Music Friday has returned. I told you it would. We have a great band. We have the Hangovers with us here. Josie, Morton, pumpkin capital of the world.
Yes, it is.
Morton?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh, wow. Pumpkin
Yeah.
capital of the world.
It is.
Damn. See, I told you
I
we
didn't know
got
that.
good listeners here.
Wow.
All right,
The
Josue
world.
Pais, good morning, Mark Hogan, and Jill Dable. Love the Hangovers.
That's
That's
Zach's
Zach's
mom.
mom.
Zach's
We
mom.
love you,
Shouts
Jill.
out.
Love you.
If mom tunes in early in the morning, so you're doing something right.
That's right.
Vanessa Rodriguez Aguirre, good morning. Now, she was watching us or watching the show and listening to the show back when we did interview you guys that first time. And one of the things that did change, though, was that when we were interviewing you guys, we had just gone from audio, like strictly audio, to a little bit of video here and there kind of thing. You guys were one of the first people that we recorded, and it really good. I still have the clips. It was a good
Yeah,
show.
That was a really good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, that was a good time that day, man. So now that was COVID came
Yeah.
and kind of went, but when we interviewed you guys way back then COVID got worse, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was like before
Yeah.
all the variants.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that's right. That was
Yeah.
when it was just like the original COVID.
Yeah,
The OG.
original.
Right? It was like the original Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
Then they came out with Cool Ranch COVID and Hot Takis COVID.
Literally.
But how has life changed for you guys, or what changed? Anything like that? If you guys wouldn't mind sharing with us, when COVID happened, did you I assume you played less shows and
Yes.
did less things?
Everything was canceled.
Yeah, talk
Yeah.
about what it was like going through all that.
It was rough. I mean, we'd get on a roll where we could play some shows again. I think that summer we played a bunch of shows, and then again it hit and everything was canceled. And
Yeah.
then you'd book some shows and you'd get excited for it, and then canceled.
Yeah.
It was just like up and down.
People started canceling their tours again.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate too because it was our Molly and I's senior year, and I feel like since everything was closed, we couldn't really play the local bars or any like house shows even there. So a lot of the just students there didn't really know who we were, I guess, because everybody's just inside all the time.
Right.
So we couldn't. It was kind of hard to build like that fan base, I guess you'd say, of like naturally of like playing house shows or just locally.
Right.
Yeah, rebuilding was hard.
So, and in that vein, we've got some great locations around here who've been looking for bands. Java Plus, 1677 Montgomery Road. So as we talked about before we started recording, we put y'all in touch with some of our peoples around here. If you guys know of
great.
any restaurants or any of our local spots who would be looking for awesome entertainment, we'll look no further, fella. You found them here on Good Morning Aurora, the Hangovers. Yeah, we'll holler at Mark Hogan, the owner of Tavern on Broadway. He's tuning in. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, I got some peoples right here. Tavern on Broadway is located at 24 North Broadway. It's a fantastic new restaurant in town, and they do a lot of good stuff. All right, so the time is 8:18 a.m. And at this moment, we're going to come back to music Music Friday, Monica.
Yes.
Can you do us a favor? Take us to a commercial and give us some of the local news headlines, please.
Okay.
The camera's off while that's going
All
on.
right.
See, we came a long way. See,
All
now
right,
we got
good
like
morning,
intermission.
everyone.
Nice,
Here are your
nice.
local headlines. Real news, real people, real stories, 100% Aurora. Don't forget to please subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all of our content. There you can also watch all of our interviews and receive notifications when we go live. March 26th from 10 to 11:30 a.m., our Friends of the Neighbor Project and BMO Harris Bank will be hosting a great homebuyer education seminar in both English and Spanish. The homebuyer team will walk you through the steps of the home buying process and learn about down payment assistance and other programs. This will take place at the Prisco Community Center located at 150 West Illinois Avenue. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, you can contact Jerria at 331-300-3566. Join our friends of Marie Wilkinson's Food Pantry and hashtag Love Purse for a great collection and donation drive honoring Women's History Month. Going until March 31st, you can donate purses and drop them off at any of the 3 locations: Aurora Bank and Trust, Marie Wilkinson's Food Pantry, and the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez. And for more information, you can email relations@mariewilkinsonsfoodpantry.org. Alive Aurora is hosting an open house for social workers and community leaders that are interested in learning about our mission, space, and free resources. We are excited to continue to build strong relationships in order to best serve our youth community. We have partnered up with an incredible guest speaker, Sandra Harrison from DVA Training, and she will be speaking to us on the importance and impact of storytelling. The event is on March 11th, today, from 4 to 5 p.m. No pre-registration is required. Hashtag just show up.
Yes, that's right. Just show up. Hashtag just show up. And here's where else you should show up. So Cadillac Jacks.
Cadillac Jacks in Bloomington.
Okay, shout out to Cadillac Jacks from 8 to 11 p.m. Let's chop that
Tonight.
up. That's where you guys at tonight? Right,
Yeah.
tonight. Hey.
Tonight.
So have you guys played there before?
Yeah, we played there.
Okay.
One time.
All right. In Bloomington, Illinois, then tomorrow, Whiskey Jacks. In
actually-
Springfield.
It got rescheduled. It's next weekend now.
Next
Okay.
Saturday.
Next Saturday, yes.
And then Sunday is Kaz's Pizza.
That's an acoustic. Just Zach and I will be playing that. But
Okay.
yes.
All right.
But yes.
In Springfield, Illinois, down there in the panhandle of Illinois.
Yeah.
So where's the best place? Or let's talk moments. I know I remember a couple good stories. Let's talk places and moments. Any favorite venues or locations for playing?
In 2019, we played Reggie's in Chicago. It was a really awesome show.
Yeah.
It was like
that's
a battle
pretty
of the bands
awesome, too.
thing.
We
Okay.
got to play the Devon Amphitheater
Oh, yeah.
in Decatur this summer. We opened for Led Zeppelin 2. It's a Zeppelin cover band that's really cool. That was really fun.
All right. Led Zeppelin 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the name of the... Oh, okay.
They were a cover band.
I'm a Led Zeppelin fan.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I'm a Led Zeppelin fan.
Gotta love the Zepp.
Now, let's talk the style. What's the style of the Hangovers? How would you guys classify yourselves? I kind of feel bad about it because I know you guys are unique, and I don't mean to pigeonhole you into a box, but how would you describe your music and sound?
We always get asked that.
Yeah, I think whenever people ask us that, we just say psychedelic rock, and I think a lot of our songs have those psychedelic tendencies. But if you could, I don't know. I think we're very versatile in the sense that we have songs like one of our songs on our last EP, Kayak, is really indie pop, indie rock, and then there's Bluebird, which is the last song on that, which is blues rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's other songs like Trance, which is really psychedelic and trippy.
And our new single
Our new
is
song, Creek,
Yeah.
is almost funky.
yeah.
And then we
Creek.
have harder
Okay.
rock songs.
Yeah. So I feel like
So rock as a broad
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Hard
it
rock,
depends what venue
psychedelic
we're
rock.
playing. Depends on what genre we say we are, I guess.
Yes.
True, right? Yeah. Okay.
If we're in the countryland in Chicago.
Now I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Kayak was a song that you sang last time with
Yes.
me. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And it was, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but it was about a guy. It was, right, metaphorically?
Yeah.
Or like a love story or something like that?
It wasn't a love story.
It was
Like, did you hear the lyrics? It was not a love story.
Well, it was, I don't know. It's just, we just make jokes about how, I don't know, Zach likes to make a joke about that randomly guys will like be weirdly obsessed with me or something like when we play shows. But there was this one guy I met, and I met him once, and he like would not stop, just on social media everywhere. And he lived in Colorado and was like a kayaker. And so that's where the kayak came from, because we would always joke about it, like, oh, you should hit him up and see if he'll send you a free kayak so we can all go and do this. And it was just, and then Josh played that riff, and we were like, I was like, oh, this is what the song's about. So that's kind of how it came about. But
Yeah, I remember it was well sung. It was well sung. Yeah,
Thank you,
it was an awesome song.
Yeah.
So, influences. Who have been your influences in music? You mentioned playing like Eddie Van Halen and others. Or did you say Eddie Vedder?
I said Eddie Van Halen, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I guess.
Right, Shooting for the Stars. Yeah, I said Van Halen. Yeah.
I like Eddie Vedder too. I guess influencer for me, we talked about Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is probably one of my top in terms of like classic rock and people, but more for like modern rock. I think they would agree with me on this too. It's a band that I like and take influence from is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yes.
It's another like psychedelic rock band from Australia.
Never heard of
You should
them.
check them
They
out.
slap
Okay.
so
You gotta
Alright.
check them out.
They're so good.
Check out Infest the Rat's Nest.
Yeah, it's like a thrash metal.
King Gizzard and the...
Lizard
Wizard.
Wizard. Yeah, you don't need
They
the
rock.
King
They
Gizzard
do.
part, basically.
Right. King G. Yes. Okay, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama?
I don't know. I have a lot of influences. I say classic rock. I love Janis. I love Zeppelin. All of that. Jefferson Airplane, Heart. We actually saw Heart together.
Heart,
We were like
that's
the youngest
right.
people at that concert, and we were getting down, and everyone's like, "How do you know this music?"
That had to be an awesome concert.
It was.
Yeah,
It was great. It was
And
amazing.
Wilson was just as powerful as ever.
Yep.
Yes. More recently, I don't know. I also like King Gizzard. Crumb's another band I really like. It's a really trippy psych rock, female frontwoman band. Yeah, I'd say that's.
Who was the band that opened for Gizzard?
Oh,
Stonefield?
Stonefield. They were really good too. Yeah.
Stonefield.
Yeah,
They're an all-female rock three-piece.
They were going hard.
They do go hard. And the singer also plays drums. That's iconic, I think.
Nice. For you? Same?
I'm really into all that same stuff they were talking about on the classic side, Zeppelin. I was just thinking about the band Psychedelic Porn Crumpets while we're in the vein of like Gizzard and Crumb, their band we're listening to on the way up here. If I'm not wrong, they're also from somewhere outside the
like
U.S.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Those
They
Brits.
got those really like long, trippy songs that
Yeah.
I'm into.
Those the Aussies, the Brits, New Zealanders, they're not encumbered by, they don't care.
They
No.
don't.
They are like,
That's
I
fine.
think that's something that, not that the UK has over us, so to speak, but like, it's definitely a fact that the British music scene has always been like powerful, on the cutting edge, hard hitting, like dynamic
Yes.
in a lot of ways. It's like, I feel like
Not
for,
like
for
one.
a long time when America keeps regurgitating itself,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
same stuff.
yeah, it's like the Brits are coming out with just fantastic music all the time, and brand new artists and things like that.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I wanted to ask you guys, because you were on the show last time. Life's changed a little bit, but social media. We're at a point now where, like, any 30 seconds of something, if it gets 50 million views, now it's the thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is social media helping the creativity with music and style and all that kind of stuff, or is it making things not worse, but is it making things boring? Like, is it taking away from some of the natural talent? Is it adding to, or is it taking away from? What do you guys think?
I don't think it's making it boring necessarily. Like when people just hear new music off TikTok or whatever,
Right.
you're still finding new music. You're not finding it through whatever playlist that you've been listening to for the past 10 years.
Okay.
I think it could go either way because TikTok music is a whole other thing. It's like a whole 30 seconds, and that's how you know a song. And it's kind of changed songwriting, I think, a lot too, because people are like, oh, what 30 seconds can I write to be on TikTok? Instead of thinking about the whole picture of the song.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Or the album sometimes. Even.
Yes, or even the album. Which song can blow up on TikTok instead of, will my album blow up or whatever? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. That's right, because people are just looking for something to dance to.
Yeah.
They just want to brush their teeth and then throw the hat and it hits your head and then your whole outfit changes. That's all they want to do.
And albums are kind of dying anyway too.
Are they?
Some people say they are. I don't. Not to me, but like.
Well, streaming has changed. Is that the price of streaming? Is that what streaming has done to things?
Possibly.
Because people are just putting things on shuffle.
Right.
Or they just release a single or.
Yeah, everyone's releasing singles, and then those singles go on an EP.
Josh, what's your opinion about the social media?
I mean, I think it's like a double-edged sword. It definitely, there's things that it can help us with, and then things that it doesn't help us with, like in terms of like the creativity. It helps us meet like new fans and new bands too to like work with and play with. I guess some of like the bad things is just like what Molly said, people kind of more focusing on writing the song for the views specifically, which I mean, it's like you want to write a song, you want it to be good, so you want people to look at it, but I don't know. When I write a song, I want it to sound good, not to everybody else, but to me also. And I'm not like specifically writing for people to put this song on a TikTok and make it blow up, I guess.
Yeah. Like hopefully if we like it, then you'll like it too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I concur with that. I mean, I don't sing yet.
I heard you say
I don't sing when people are around. But I get it. Like what I'm quenching the thirst in my own soul first, right? I got to get this story out. I want to write this. If you like it, that's great. But I'd rather be known for the whole 3 minutes and 50 seconds of the song as opposed to just the 30 seconds that make you shine in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. But here's the thing. I think social media is making more people. Here's a kind of little ray of sunshine I see with it. I think it's making more people unafraid to try to maybe not sing, but perform, write, create, do something. I think that's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just helps that it's just so easy to learn instruments now with like stuff like YouTube. That's how I learned guitar, is YouTube videos.
You what?
Yeah, well initially, and then I went to Milliken and did guitar lessons. But
really?
yeah, just sit on YouTube looking up how do you play an A minor chord or whatever, and then you find thousands of videos teaching you what to do. That's for any instrument and anything.
This man learned how to play guitar on YouTube, y'all. Y'all better start chasing your dreams. You better start chasing your dreams.
That's iconic, honestly.
It is.
All right, so the time is now 8:32 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, and we are here with the Hangovers. Ladies and gentlemen, once again for music, Friday, yes, give it up. Now, here's the thing. I have a couple of, Monica, take me to a commercial, please. I have a couple of quick local headlines here. So Aurora, here's the thing about Aurora. You guys know a little bit about it, but man, the city's on the move. It's coming up.
Yeah,
Aurora has a new energy. It's got a new spirit.
Yeah.
It's like in Pulp Fiction when Quentin Tarantino stabbed Uma Thurman with the, right? It's right when you wake up, like, oh, that was really gruesome, but if you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. Now, here's the thing. I got something to tell you guys about real quick. This is important. This is, you know what this is? This is that thing.
It's a good movie.
That is a good movie. Great movie. All right. And the Aurora City Council, an Aurora panel, recommends a marijuana dispensary in downtown Aurora. Listen to this, dear people. This is hot breaking news. So hot, spicy, your fingers get burned. The Aurora City Council Committee just this week recommended a conditional use permit for a marijuana dispensary at Broadway and New York Street, right downtown, the smack dab ground zero. Aldermen on the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee recommended the permit for the WAH Group LLC, WA, the WA Group, a company based in Chicago that wants to make its flagship location in Aurora. Somebody from Decatur's tuning in right now. Look at that. Shout out to Decatur.
Homies.
Okay. Quote, Aurora's a beautiful city. It's growing. We like the cultural and social diversity here. Well, thank you. Maisie Harris, a Chicago attorney who's one of 3 partners in the company. The diversity is a key issue for the WA Group because they are a social equity license that is true to the original intent of that provision in the state's licensing law. In addition, other partners are Kenneth Askins and Jesse White III. They were awarded a social equity license on the basis that more than 51% of the ownership lived in a designated socially disadvantaged area for 5 of the last 10 years. Now, here's the thing, and I want to know what you guys think. So they have a 10-year lease on the building now with an option to buy it after 1 year. The company would use 3,570 square feet on the first floor, with another business using the second floor. The company is looking for an additional parking lot, although the recently renovated parking lot E is right there. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the chat. Marijuana dispensary, right downtown Aurora, Broadway and New York Street. What do you guys think? Sammy, what do you think about that?
About weed?
Yeah, we can start there. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, everyone has their way to relax. You gotta do what's good for you.
Yeah. Hey, you do.
Yeah.
That means talking to Samson. You got to talk to Samson. You know.
Shout out to Samson.
Yep.
Wow, I like that name.
Wow. Yeah. WAH. The interesting thing about it, they don't tell us what WAH means. It doesn't seem to be an acronym for anything. But I know that you guys. I know you guys don't live here, so you may not. Broadway and New York Street may not mean much to you. But I don't know what the equivalent would be in Decatur, like downtown. Would a dispensary be good in downtown Decatur?
I mean, I wish there was one.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Kind of.
I feel you.
If the tax was lower.
Here's the thing, and to our listeners, you guys can let us know in the chat. It's an Aurora thing, but I don't want to sound like your whack grandpa. But I don't know if I want it right down there in Broadway and New York Street. I don't know, y'all. I mean, Monica, what do you think?
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Damn. All right, everybody else like said that's good. See, that's the first word.
What's your worry, Curtis?
You know what? It's not I just don't think that it's okay. Here's what it is. It would be mad if the traffic is going to be anything like is currently at the one out by the Fox Valley Mall, which I think is Zenleaf, and then there's the one on North Aurora. I can't think of what company that is. If the traffic is going to be anything like those, it will be chaos.
But we want more people to come to Aurora and downtown.
We do.
And if it's like right in the downtown area, then they can look at like Tavern on Broadway, and then they'll go to McCarty Mills. Like, I think it's pretty good.
The time is now 8:37. Well, there it stands, ladies and gentlemen. There it stands. And you know what? And hey, we're not on the committee to make the final decisions. I wish them the absolute best.
Yep.
If they are
making the decision.
if they're going to bring a business into the city that's going to increase diversity and inclusion and social equity, well, hey, I say word up.
Yeah, word up.
Word up.
Bird up.
But back to the hangovers, because that won't give you a hangover. So.
No, it won't. It'll cure your hangover.
It will. So what's next for you guys? I know the future is bright for the hangovers. I know that. You guys are good people. I told you guys that the first time I met you. I've been very impressed by you guys. I'm glad to know you as individuals. And you guys knowing Hunter is just an added blessing. You're some of the best people I met doing this show. What's next for you guys?
We're trying to branch out a little bit. We've kind of started getting out of Illinois, moving into, we played in St. Louis area, and I think we have a gig in Indiana coming up. This summer we're trying to go out some other places. I think we're heading down to Texas.
Oh,
True.
snap.
We got a date
Yeah.
June 4th in Houston.
Houston, Texas, June
Yeah.
4th. Okay.
And we're trying to plan some other shows around that. So if you are in Texas, hit us up.
That's
Or
right.
on the way to Texas from Illinois.
St. Louis,
That's going to be some good stories.
Jackson,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
All right. So, well, we wish you the best down there in Houston, Texas. Wish you the best down
Thank
there.
you.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about the shows out here. Know some good people.
Yes.
Hopefully they'll bring you guys on. On a personal note, have we reached... Josh, have you reached the pinnacle of Joshness yet?
Oh,
Are we at the top of Josh?
I hope not.
Here, Good Morning Aurora. Are you serious? I hope not.
I feel like,
Oprah.
I feel like, I don't know, for like, in terms of like guitar playing or like
Performing.
performing. No, I feel like we've had a good start, and like we're like right at the spot in our career as the Hangovers is where we're like transitioning from just like a DIY, just a bunch of people, a bunch of friends getting together, you know, playing house shows and bars for fun and making like a couple $100 here and there. I feel like we're transitioning from that stage to like trying to be like a more professional, like touring, opening act kind of band, and like make it more of an experience for everybody watching the show rather than just the background music, you know, at a bar.
Right. I feel you. No, that's a powerful way to put it. Because with the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more you really desire it, you have to refine yourself. You have to, you know. But paying those dues starting off too. I think you guys told me there's a pizza place out there, right?
Yeah, Donnie's.
Donnie's Pizza. That's what
Yep.
it was.
Shout
Donnie's
out.
Pizza. If I recall, that's been somewhat of a familiar
Yeah, that's
stomping
like,
ground kind of territory.
That was where we
Yeah.
started playing mostly.
that was
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
one of the first places
Yeah.
that wasn't a house show.
Well, that's where that gig where our drummer was throwing
Yeah,
up was at
that
Donnie's.
happened.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
That could have killed his business.
Yeah.
You know what? They getting sick. It's not the pizza. We got fresh
It
pepperoni.
wasn't the pizza. Pizza. It was not the pizza.
So started with Donnie's. I concur about your point though when you really love something, man. Because like a friend of mine was breaking my hump a little bit. He was like, "How long are you gonna keep, you know, interviewing the Girl Scouts and shouting out the when you ready for the real meat?" And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know, Senator Linda Holmes, that was a big one. Congressman Bill Foster, that was a mega, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you have to still not lose like
Yeah.
the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they are just as important. Like it's,
Absolutely.
you know,
Yes.
it's those easy ones, you know. Hey, can you interview me in my lemonade stand? For sure. It's those that make you like grow into a, you know, a good person and everything.
Yeah, the more you do, it's like the more you can reflect. That's why those like one horse towns bar shows are really good for us.
Yeah.
Just like coming up,
Yeah,
especially when we
initially,
didn't have any shows during COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
So because I haven't been to Decatur. I haven't been to Decatur, but
You don't have to.
You
Right.
don't need to.
you ain't missing nothing. You guys live there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans to move, branch out, or is Decatur
Yes.
always gonna be okay?
I'm on my last year at Milliken, last semester, trying to get out of here pretty much as soon as I'm done with that.
Okay.
We're
Nothing against Decatur, but
yeah, we're definitely trying to move out probably as a band if we can. We're trying to kind of decide what places we're
Yeah.
leaning towards.
Illinois
but
is just not the best.
Illinois is probably not our number
Yeah.
one.
Weather-wise, mainly.
Yeah. Where is the dream location for the Hangovers that you've mused? Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon.
I have a cousin who lives in Seattle, actually, so
Dope.
I've been there. Yeah,
Seattle is
Yeah.
super dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole Pacific Northwest.
Mhm.
That's a nice area.
That's right.
We thought about possibly like Nashville or Austin, but I don't know. We haven't necessarily decided. I think also when we go this summer, we're trying to kind of play places if we can and see where we kind of vibe.
Right.
And kind of decide from there.
Get the feel while you're out there and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The time is 8:43 a.m. Yikes, the time is just going by super duper fast, you guys. All right.
Wow.
So another question here, and I'd like to reflect a little bit. This is it's a thought bubble right now. You know, I was looking at it and I thought, right now the world's going through a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I mean, it was the last time we sat down and talked.
The world's crazy.
The world is crazy. We know this. That's not the secrets of fire. But how can music help?
I think music can help just like calm people down when they're stressed about things. They don't know what to do. About to make a bad decision. You never know.
I feel like it's also easier to get like a message out there when it's paired with a catchy song also too. Like,
Right.
I don't know if I have any examples, but I don't know. There's just like certain people have certain viewpoints of ways they see the world, and they want other people to see that viewpoint as well. And if you just like, I don't know, get on CNN or Fox News and just yell at the camera, people are just immediately turned off by that.
Right.
But if you make up a melody and some lyrics along with it, people will be like, oh, I like this song, this sounds good. And then a couple listens later, they start listening to the lyrics and be like, oh, that's what this song is about. And it's like, oh, I like this, because they've had that initial like exposure to it in a good way rather than a bad way, I guess.
Right.
That's a great thought. I was just thinking about, I listened to Thundercat, and he has that album Drunk, and I love that album. And then I saw like him talking about it in an interview about how like everyone was just like walking around like zombies, feeling like he's drunk all the time because there's like so much less communication between people on a face-to-face level. It's all on a technological level, the communication.
I think that music creates a sense of community. Just live music, or just in general. Even like when Josh was talking about social media, like you can find people on social media or other artists, and it kind of creates a community with other people. And I think that's a big part of music in general. And when stuff's hard, it's good to have other people and a community to
I think about like to your, like, I think about like the anti-war movement, right? And kind of like what you said, like even going back to like the 60s and things like that, like the cause brought them out there. Then somebody's always playing a guitar. Right? It's like, what? No, you know, the 1968 Democratic Convention. Yeah, we're marching on City Hall, and yeah, the cops are out here busting heads, but there's always some guy with a guitar. You know, here comes a harmonica or something. I think that, so I brought that up to highlight that, like, the time is still ripe for new creative people to come out and do something. And kind of like one of the things I try to get across with the show, or we try to get across with the show, is that like creativity is always valid. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're feeling it, you should say it or speak it or sing it or whatever the case may be. But I think people have a hang up, and they think that like maybe their message isn't as valid as other people's. And I hope that's not the case for everybody. I hope that they can break down that internal wall.
Humans are naturally self-conscious about stuff.
Right.
But yeah, just speak from your heart, and hopefully it'll take you a step forward.
Yeah, speak from your heart. Definitely. All right, so Zach is not here.
Zach's not here.
No,
Zach is not here.
Where are you?
Zach.
That's Zach.
Zach, if you are Jill's Zach's mom, right?
Yeah.
Is he not in bed sleeping, right? Have your mom go wake you up, you know? Get up! Zach's not here. Kyle is our drummer.
Yeah.
Kyle's our drummer.
Was there another member who was?
No,
just
that's
guys, right?
That's it. Yeah.
So we want to say thank you very much to Zach, and shout out to Zach. But I was looking at the video. Zach played guitar the last time.
Yeah.
And you guys were with us and everything. One of these next times you guys come out, we have a party in May. What are you guys doing in May? Any
We'd
plans?
we'd have to check our schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What,
but yeah.
Like,
You're like, yeah, we gotta check our schedule.
gotta
You know
check-
what? Let me
we gotta check
hold
our-
on, bro. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we
I
can't
don't
commit to nothing.
what time in May? Like early May? Late
Yeah, what
May?
time in May? What day?
May 14th.
Mid-May? All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
May 14th, which is a Saturday. That's our 2-year anniversary party.
Oh, wow.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, it's gonna be here at a place called McCarty Mills.
Oh, okay.
All of y'all listening right now, yeah, you're invited too. You can come out there. But that'll be our 2-year anniversary party, and we'd love for you guys to be there, man.
Yeah.
We'd love to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are part of the Good Morning Aurora story.
The chest.
What is it?
The thing from Elgin that day.
Oh,
Darty
damn.
does, but that doesn't mean we
Yeah,
can't
you,
come.
You guys
Right?
definitely come. Maybe I'll skip.
So yeah, it's our 2-year anniversary party, and it's a really big day. It's a really big day for us.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys coming out here because we want to do more band stuff on Fridays and have it really be a thing. And I'm just happy, man. I'm happy to have you guys come back for a part 2.
Yeah,
we're
happy to be back.
And
Invited us.
as Monica mentioned, like you guys driving up from Decatur really means a lot, man. So I hope you guys know that
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
Well, we love you guys. We just need you to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
missed you.
Yeah.
Do we got any cute music? What's the do we?
I don't think I have this one.
Yeah, we need like a nice
Yeah.
button. All right, the time is 8:49. So I have one more piece of. Mark, take it to a commercial real quick. I have to deliver this, you guys. This is very important news to our Aurora listeners here, and I would be remiss if I did not mention this. Aurora Library is seeking input on a new bookmobile. Now, I know a lot of us are parents. Get our kids to draw something and submit it, you guys. You can definitely do that. How proud would you feel as a mom if your daughter's design was on the new bookmobile? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be awesome? The Aurora Public Library District is looking for help in determining the way the bookmobile will look. Library officials are asking for votes to show which direction the design concept for the outside of the new wheeled library should take. To vote on the design, you can go to aurorapubliclibrary.org/bookmobile. After clicking on that link, click on the box with the check mark vote in a box to vote. Why did he write it like that? Right? That's just not me. After clicking on that link, check on the box with the check mark vote in a box to vote. This is published in real, like, what the?
Who wrote that?
The Beacon News. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to say who wrote it because that would be crazy. Y'all going to be like, what? And then you'll be like, why is he talking about me? Nah, I'm not going to do that. The survey will take a minute to complete and be completed through April 10th. So you guys still have some time. Once at that page, the one with the check mark vote and a box to vote, people will be given 3 kinds of designs for the bookmobile to vote. Rank each style from 1 stars for the lowest to 5 stars for the highest. All right. Very cool stuff. So get your vote on for the Aurora Public Library's new bookmobile. Tomorrow is Art Market Aurora here in Aurora. We're going to be at Society 50. Well, we won't. Hold on. Our friends of the Neighbor Project. Yeah, thank you, DJ. Monica's the DJ up in here. We can rap too. Neighbor Project will be at Art Market Aurora as the visiting nonprofit. You can come there and learn about some of the great services that they offer, up to and including financial counseling, rental and mortgage assistance as well. For more information, call 630-906-9400. Let them know you heard about it on Good Morning Aurora. The time is 8:52 a.m. All right, so now the show ended on a positive note the last time you guys were here, and it will end on a positive note from you guys today. But growing up, remember this growing up question. What impact did your parents have on your playing, on your developing your music style?
My dad always told me when I wasn't as good as I was. No,
He
I'm just
did?
kidding, no.
Oh, look at me now, Dad. I'm on Good Morning Aurora.
No, he just always told me when I could be better. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you could always be better, right? You can always
It's like,
do better.
It's like, you're not playing that right. Play it up here. It's like, all right, thank you.
Okay. So motivational.
Yep, always like showing me videos, like live videos of Led Zeppelin, because I was really into John Bonham lines. I mean, John Bonham was the drummer. John Paul Jones lines. All those Johns.
Right.
So showing me like live videos of what they actually play, what they actually do. It's like, oh, okay.
It's Led Zeppelin's best song.
Ooh,
10 years gone.
Like No Quarter.
Okay.
the
All
quarter's a good one.
It is.
All
It's
right.
the really slow one from Zeppelin too.
Yeah.
And
think
since
it's
I've been
the
loving you,
It's a good one.
it's
Okay.
my favorite song.
Impact of the parents, Molly?
My dad had a lot of impact, I think. He introduced me to classic rock. He was always playing it in the car on the way to school or whatever. But my parents aren't super musical people. I'm kind of the black sheep of the family with that. They're all like sports people, and I'm just the one like, I like music.
Yeah.
But they definitely like inspired me and motivated me to do what I want to do and keep going and working hard. And I think that's the big thing. They're always like, if you want to do something, just work hard for it. And yeah. But yeah, my mom didn't really influence a lot of music. She listens to country.
Nowhere near as cool as Zeppelin.
No. Tim McGraw all the way.
Mine's kind of the same as Molly's actually too. My parents don't play any instruments, don't really sing. The music they would listen to was like country as well, which I don't like.
Yeah, me either.
And Christian rock also.
Oh, same.
So I was not a big fan of that
That was my
either. So I don't know. I guess the influence they had is they showed me the music I don't like to listen to.
That's just as important, though, right?
Yes. But somebody who did have a good influence on me, though, for music I liked was my sixth grade homeroom teacher. He had whenever we had homeroom class, he had a guitar on his back by his desk, and he'd just be constantly like noodling around playing guitar. And he was a big Beatles fan. So I remember he was somebody that showed me the Beatles when I was, I don't know, like 12 or 13. And then I started listening to the Beatles, and then eventually like bands like Queen and Led Zeppelin. And then I started listening to more like music I liked, I guess, from there.
Queen's a good band.
Yes.
Shout out to Queen.
Yes.
Good band with a great influence and a great history. Just really good music. My dad was a big rock fan too. My dad listens to a lot of rock. My dad was a big Ozzy fan. My dad
Love
loved,
Ozzy.
he was a big Black Sabbath fan.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just a nut for Ozzy. That's where I get my love of it from. That's good music.
Yeah.
That is good music.
Yeah.
My dad turned me on to Ozzy when I was like 7.
Yeah, like a great memory I have is going fishing with my dad, my little brother, and my dad the Nissan Pathfinder 1992 or whatever it was, and my dad just had the back open, just blaring Black Sabbath. I don't know if that was that Randy Rhoads when he was playing
Probably.
the solos and everything.
Yeah, on those early albums.
Yeah, showing our age
Like
right here.
Crazy Train.
All right. So Leo Zarco, good morning. Johnny Felix, good morning. 10 years gone, no quarter, solid. They love that.
Awesome.
Ben
Yeah.
Geller, Josh, Chet Atkins.
Oh, I've listened to him a little bit. I'm just not a big like country person. I
Okay.
guess. He's
Ben
good- he's
Geller,
a
I
good
guess
player.
he loves his country. Harmonica sounds like Monica's twin sister. What? That was a great dad joke, Coyote Duran. Angelica Guzman, good morning, and Jennifer Ryan Maton. All right, so the time is 8:56 a.m. So the show ends on a positive note. What are your thoughts and words for all of our listeners today? And we will start with you, Sammy.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Check out our single, and Molly's
Oh.
got some crazy vocals on it, so
Yeah, that reminds
enjoy
me.
those.
You guys are on the Spotify.
Yes.
Spotify
Yes.
and
Apple
Apple Music and everywhere else.
Yeah, can you put the
Title.
link to the show? There's Spotify in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, for our great listeners. Yeah, word up. Gotta put that in there.
Yeah.
All right, so keep on keeping on.
hmm
Okay. Well,
Keep being awesome and doing your thing. Be you.
be you. Be you. Important advice, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I don't know. I'll say don't worry about the little things. I guess.
Don't
Just
worry
take
about
it
the
on.
little things.
Yeah.
Don't trip.
Yeah. There you go.
No, yeah, that is important. That is very important. Keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah.
You know what? That reminds me. Scratch that up, DJ. I want to concur what Josh just said. Because here's something we've told you guys before. Don't overlook the good for the perfect.
That's true.
Don't do that. It's the rule of 80-20. Don't. Don't be so focused on trying to get that little that you're missing the whole big picture. What is the big picture? Be proud of who you are and what you're doing. And I'm not going to say any names, but you with your candle making shop that you do in your basement and you bring the supplies home in your green Prius, I keep telling you all the time, keep it up. Oh, nobody's buying them. So what? Keep making them. Oh, I'm only selling to my cousin right now. Keep making them and selling them. Because at one point in time, nobody was listening to this. You know how embarrassing that was? I was recording every day. Nobody was listening. Kind of like, you know, people just start tuning in now. But you got to keep it up, man. Keep keeping on. And whatever your dream is, keep chasing that. Monica, did we get everything?
I got everything.
I think we did get everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Hangovers band here on Good Morning Aurora. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give it up for
Yeah.
them. Check them out. The link to their Spotify profile and album is in our chat right now. If you're in Decatur or Bloomington tonight.
Bloomington tonight.
Yes.
Bloomington tonight, 8 to 11 p.m. They are playing at Cadillac Jack's?
Yes,
Cadillac
yes.
Jacks.
Cadillac
That's
Jacks.
Be
And then, get to know them, get to see them, like the page on Facebook. You guys are on Instagram.
Yep. Check out our new website, thehangoversband.com.
Thehangoversband.com is the website. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another Music Friday. Take care of yourself and each other. Yeah, word.